Hi Zesties, how are you? I am terrible and depressed and sad and devastated, but you know what? I'm in my soft girl era. Oh, Walmart. Look at this. Okay, this was $1 and I thought this would maybe be a good addition, but look at, this is so, whatever. So I rebuke and I release everything. I'm not worried at all. I'm lying, I am, but I'm trying to stay in my soft girl era. But like, okay, if you guys have been watching me, ooh, and I'm excited to try these Hot Ones Red Rojo. So if you've been watching, you know that I have problems with my living, well, I have loud neighbors, that's my problem. But I mean, you know, they really have affected me by, need that vitamin water right now. They really have affected me by like making it hard for me to sleep and everything. This is roast beef and cheddar sandwich that I put in the microwave and then in the air fryer. Oh, and you already know clearance. So the sandwich was like $4 and this was like $1, so it's like a $5 meal. Okay, but anyway, I'm just sick of it. It's been almost 6 months. Of all their noise and whatever. And to be honest, I'm not inclined to make it 7. You know what I mean? I'm not inclined to suffer for a 7th month. Nor do I want to battle them until they leave or whatever, you know, that most people tell me I should do. I'm kind of nervous about these. That's how hot the other two were. I'm kind of like, how spicy is this one gonna be? Oh. It's spicy, but that's my favorite flavor of the 3. That's really good. That's one of the best chips I've had, best flavored chips I've had in a while. That's like a 9 out of 10. I said that the Hot Ones barbecue was 9 out of 10, so now I have to bump that one down to 8.5. This is 9. This is really good. I absolutely recommend getting this one. Yeah. Good, 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 good. I'm gonna miss my Walmart if I move though, but you know what? I like all the Hispanic and Caribbean stuff here in Florida, but you know, that Cajun Southern is really good too. And I would love to get down on some crawfish. You know? But like, those are so good. So there were two apartment places I was looking at. Um, One in Newport Richie and one in the hood. I'm waiting for a call back from the one in the hood. But I called the one in Newport Richie today. And I was like, do you guys have studios available? And they said, we have a wait list of 2 years. 2 years. You know what I mean? I'm just like, 2 years? And then they were like, oh, but maybe we'll have 2 bedrooms in like 2 or 3 months. And to be honest, their 2 bedrooms are cheap enough for me to move there. But I don't want to wait. I love living in Tampa and I don't want to move, but, you know, things are just really not going in my favor. And it's like, you know, here I pay $10.95 a month, which is like extremely cheap for Tampa. I don't want to get rid of this apartment, but I just don't know what to do. So, you know, but it's like, okay, what am I gonna do? Stay here suffering because I have a cheap apartment? Like in Mississippi, I could easily get if I wanted an apartment, I could easily get an apartment under $1,000 there. It's not very expensive there, you know. In fact, it's probably one of the cheapest states in the whole country, you know, so I don't like this. I regret getting it. I just thought that the sandwich would not fill me up. There was a piece of something hard in there that I didn't like. But yeah, you know, it just makes me think, why why struggle? You know what I mean? And maybe everything happens for a reason. I'm trying to think like this, even though I feel that that's a cope. But like I said, had everything worked out, had I bought my fancy condo in Fort Lauderdale in 2019, had my life not gone in the total wrong direction, maybe I would have never done this. Okay, you guys want some zesty tea? I feel like you guys deserve some zesty tea. So, like, I had mentioned, like, my first love or whatever. I made a story time about that. I was using that mic that wasn't working. Oh, see, that's the thing. I want to buy a background. I want to buy, there's so much stuff I want to buy, but like, because I'm not sure about if I'm going to leave this apartment or not, I don't really want to buy it right now. Anyway. That's good. I had mentioned on my last video about him that the last time I heard from him, he had had a child. And didn't seem happy about it. But he started texting me yesterday and saying that, like, more or less that his girlfriend has postpartum depression and like is acting like she wants to break up and stuff. And I'm like, should have been with me. But then I was telling that to my friends and they're like, oh, you're gonna get back with him or whatever. Mind you, I've had plenty of chances to meet with him over the years and I didn't. But that was always because the girl was in the equation, and I don't want to be the third wheel. I don't. That's kind of too much for me. But even now, if I, you know, let's say that he breaks up with the girl and whatever, I think it's too much. That's too much for me to deal with. You know what I mean? I don't think I would invite him back into my life or anything. Especially with a child involved. But I just think that's sad, you know? That, like, he was my first, and all these years later, or whatever, like 10 years later, or 15 years later, or however many years it's been, we reestablished contact. I never replaced him. You know what I mean? And sounds like he has regrets too. Although I wouldn't trust him for a second because I know he would probably like leave me for a woman the second he got a chance. So, but yeah, that's just sad, you know. But that's why, you know what? I just focus on enjoying my life now. Or I try to, even though it's been extremely difficult given my current circumstances, you know. Very exceedingly difficult to enjoy my life. Very difficult. Um, but like, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy my life. I'm gonna fight for my penthouse. If I don't get it, whatever. If I do, I do. If I have to start out in a trailer, I start out in the trailer. If a Mr. Zesty comes about, great. If he doesn't, whatever. To be honest, men have only caused me problems in my life. They've never, I don't think, even once brought anything positive to my life. And you know, I have so many should have, could have, would have's about you know, I could have done this or that and had a better living situation, or oh, I want to do this or that that I can't really do anymore. And there's many things that I don't believe I can do anymore. Given my physical problems. So I'm just gonna go with the flow and see what happens, you know what I mean? Shout out to my wonderful Zesties who send me those super likes or whatever they're called. Maybe I'll have my first payout soon. I'll have to have some celebration about that. Anyway, bye Zesties.